Hey dudes and chicks and neither, if those stupid fucking rules don't apply to you. My name's Katie. Thank you so much. If you're new here, welcome to Makeup for Last Time. And if you are somebody who's been with me for a while now, thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm just gonna do a kind of shooting the shit, some of my thoughts. I'm gonna create this look. If you wanna see how I did it, stay with me. Or even if you don't, stay with me. So I'm at my family's house for the holidays and I just made a little corner in the room for me to film. I've kind of been down, missing in action a little bit. Sorry about that. I just got so caught up in like the stress of winter and the holidays and school, and the last like week before Christmas was insanity for me. So anyway, I really just want to play with makeup. I got a gift card for Christmas, so I used it to get a couple new things at Target. I'm just gonna do a full face. So I got the E.l.f. Poreless Putty Luminous Primer, and I'm gonna start with that. I literally was in Target just now and I like posted a message on Teresa's dad, her channel, because I was in Target and I saw that she had been wearing this in her most recent video. So I literally I commented on one of her videos because I was like, should I buy it? I see that you're wearing it. And I'm like, really waiting for her to respond like she's an old homie. So she did not, and I bought it anyway. So, oh, it doesn't smell very good, that's for sure. I do not have dry skin, and I have no business buying a luminous primer. And actually, this feels really luminous. Oh, can you guys hear my daughter singing out there? Oh, wow, what's the worst thing that can happen? It could look like shit. Who gives a fuck? Okay, so this, I was questioning it at first, but it feels really good. Like my skin feels really nice right now. So I'm gonna use my Urban Decay Stay Naked because it's not luminous, it's natural finish. So I'm just gonna use it because if this is gonna look good, it's gonna look good with this. And I feel like it's questionable with, you know, another thing is that Anastasia Beverly Hills, the applicator or whatever, the device that you pull the product out of the bottle with is ridiculous. I've been more interested in e.l.f. products lately. I watched a video of, I mean, I have never tried an e.l.f. product that I didn't like. They have good brushes, they're totally affordable. I use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I love it. And I watched a channel called Beauty Riot X, and I'm pretty sure her name is Jen, but she recommended an e.l.f. eyeshadow palette called Earth and Ocean, and I pretty much bought it immediately. I've heard her talk about it more than once, and I love her fucking channel. So I've been more curious about e.l.f. because they're paraben-free and phthalate-free. I really care more about paraben-free and phthalate-free than I care about vegan and cruelty-free. I think cruelty-free is like a gimmick. Vegan is ridiculous. It's ridiculous that people would rather have red dye on their eyes than a bug. So for those of you who don't know, a lot of times, I guess, I'm no expert, but what they talk about is that red shadows are made with carmine or carmine. Maybe I should do some research before I just start showing you guys how stupid I am. But they use a bug to color those red shadows, and I would much rather have that on my eyes than red dye. So, yeah, I said it. I would rather them kill bugs and put them on my eyes than put chemicals on my eyes. Like, I have no fucking scruples when it comes to things that I get addicted to. I'm unscrupulous. Okay, so I also got the E.l.f. HD powder in Soft Luminance, is what it's called, and I'm actually really excited about this. Ooh. Be rubbing that out all night, which I'm not opposed to rubbing one out all night. I just usually only like it to take 3 or 4 minutes. I think my lighting's making it look a little bit weird to me because I have only my ring light. So I'm just gonna wing it and hope for the best, but it just gives you like this little tiny bit of a rosy sheen, and I actually really like it. I knew I was gonna like it. I look like shit. I just had this fucking debacle last weekend. I actually filmed about it and then I never uploaded it, but this old lady, I was in Walgreens like 2 weeks ago, probably the week before Christmas break, and she like said some seriously racial or racist comments to this Asian woman working behind the counter, and somebody went to stand up for the lady behind the counter, and this old lady then basically told her to go fuck herself too. So then I basically flew out of the aisle and tried to exert power over her in some inappropriate ways, and people were patting me on the back, and as I pulled out of the parking lot, I was so pissed I busted my gear shifter off of my fucking car. And so I spent the whole weekend, my kid was in another town visiting her grandparents, and so she was stranded, so I zip tied my car together, and it's just been bam, bam, bam. But when I got, you know, a lot of you guys know I'm in recovery from drug addiction, and so I immediately called my sponsor and was like, oh my God, I almost killed this lady. No, I didn't even come close to almost killing her, but I fucking came very close to wanting to. And it's been a really long time since I've lost my shit like that, so it felt really uncomfortable. And so I broke my gear shifter off. I started smoking pretty much instantly. I really like the way this looks. I don't know what it's gonna look like in the light, but I have a feeling I'm gonna look like a vampire, and that's my favorite. So I know that was my witch laugh, but I mean, these days aren't they all the same? Witches, vampires, they're all either fighting each other or having sex and like making hybrids and making me jealous. I really want to be a part of that, and here I am, stuck playing dress up. So anyway, I started smoking, and I've been smoking for about, I don't know, 2 weeks. I don't know. I'm quitting today. I'm super grumpy about it. I'm not quite ready to quit, but I think I can make it. I've cheated a couple times today, but I think tomorrow will be better. Anyways, my skin looks like shit. I look like shit. My kid got the flu. Then I got the flu. I came over here with the flu. And basically, like in the last 2 weeks, any thread of like self-care and like sanity and like recovery and all the good shit that keeps feeding my soul to film videos has just fucking diminished and now I just look like an old crusty sack. So here I am sitting in my corner of my cousin's house with my black fucking background that I love, actually. And I'm just gonna fucking tell you guys things that you probably don't want to know, because when I watch YouTube, I basically just want to like watch makeup tutorials and like hopefully here's some funny shit. I better stop bronzing before I look like... So I'm using all my regular products after that. I'm using my Physicians Formula hard to talk with all these dicks in my mouth. My Physicians Formula butter bronzer and my ColourPop Kathleen lights in I Need Space. And I've been wondering lately if that's Freudian. Do I actually really like this color, or do I just need some space? Okay, now I look like Santa. So I am actually in love with this. I think it looks great. I think that primer really looks awesome. So I'm just going to continue on. I'm doing my eyebrows with my ABH Brow Wiz. I'm priming my lids with my P. Louise base in Rumor 02, and I'm using my Zoeva 142. I'm going into my Venus 3 palette, and I'm just going to take this color Dreamy, and I'm just going to start packing this right here. Blend out the edges. And then I'm going to go into the color Vex in my Carnival XL Pro palette with the same brush. Oh, I'm using my Zoeva 231. And I'm just gonna pack this just slightly. And I'm just gently blending this into the pink. I'm going to blend this out so it just doesn't look quite as stark. So going back to what I was talking about, the only way to just get started is to just get started. Like, that's the big secret. You just fucking make a move, right? And so this is my big move. I just want to film and like, you know, say some words. It's coming 2020, and what I want to do with my channel and with my life and with my health and everything, you know, it's the time when we're all thinking about that shit. I watched a couple of videos the other day that they were like super informative. Like, they kind of just changed the way that I've been thinking about YouTube and makeup, and I just like to watch people do makeup. I don't like to feel like every time I watch a video I have to buy something new. And so one of the things, and I'm actually going to do this tag, but I'm not going to do it right now because I have to focus and answer the questions, but I watched this beauty consumer tag. I watched it by Spooky Lips and Fat Hips, and then I watched it by the person who actually created the tag, which is 90s Lovechild. And it just really made me think about like makeup addiction and how everybody's always talking about makeup addiction like it's the buzzword. And so the thing about makeup addiction for me is that I'm a recovering addict, and so I'm in recovery and I work really hard on my recovery. So I'm already like highly in tune to the obsession and compulsion that goes along with addiction, and it carries out through every aspect of my life. And so makeup addiction is no different. And so I'm already really I kind of went through a period of like major consumerism, but it like started me to grow my channel, and like started me, like it gave me enough material and enough supplies to start doing makeup looks on video. And so I'm not sorry for the things that I've done or the makeup that I bought or the makeup that I'm buying right now, but it really just made me think about, and I'm gonna go into my Juicy Olive palette, and I'm gonna start with the color Dirty Martini. And instead of like blowing this out how I normally do, I'm gonna focus it in a basically a straight line. And I'm still using the same brush. I'm just wiping it off in between. And I'm going to take this around this bone that sticks out right here that I always hate. I'm going to start packing color in a line that curves around. So the reason why I added that gray in there was so I could transition that pink into that green without making a huge mess. Now I'm blending that back into the gray and then blending out the outside edge just a little tiny bit. I'm like I'm at a quandary. What is it that I want to be doing on here? Like, I just want to do makeup. And so everybody doesn't like to watch makeup tutorials all the time. And I do. And a lot of my favorite content creators are starting to steer in another direction because people don't really want to watch makeup tutorials. And I could watch makeup tutorials all day because that's all I really care about. At the end of the day, I just want to learn new styles and like do beautiful makeup and like learn like what looks good on what eye shapes and blah blah blah, and like mix shit and do crazy shit. But like the majority of people watching YouTube don't want to watch that shit. They want to watch reviews on new products. And like, I'm not trying to sell you guys anything. When I talk about products that I like, I do it purely because I want people to have good products, not because I think that like every time something new comes out, everybody should rush to buy it. And there is this feeling on YouTube that's like, every time you watch a new product come out, you're like, I need that. And like, you feel like all the stuff that you have isn't that good because there's so much new stuff coming out. But the truth is like everything I have is good. And it's highly unlikely that anything's going to come out right now that I don't already have something that's really just as good. When I like say like give recommendations to buy stuff, it's because like a lot of the people that are watching my channel or a lot of the people that I know, they don't have shit. They have like 2 CoverGirl quads from like 1981 and they have it in an old trash pile because they sucked. And so I just, when people that I know like want to like know what's going on for me as far as like what I'm buying, I want people to know like what's the good shit. But right now there's so much good shit coming out that like literally if you pay any attention or put any time or thought or question anything, what you're gonna buy is gonna be good. I don't know, it kind of just made me think about what the content on my channel is gonna be moving forward, because I just like to do makeup. Like, I don't give a fuck. And so yeah, they were really life-changing. And one of them was LS. She did, it's ELLES, and she did a video about unpopular opinions, 10 unpopular opinions or whatever. And she just said, you know, she breaks it off, dude. She says, you know, fucking nobody's gonna want to hear this, but here's the fucking deal. And then a couple of new, I don't know, it was really just, and then mostly that beauty consumer video by Lacey on Spooky Lips and Fat Hips. I mean, she just said it so smart and so cute, and she's like super interesting, and her look is so unique, and like the way she talks is she just breaks it off super real and super smart, like. And I don't know, it just really made me think about some things that I haven't wanted to think about. Like, I'm an addict, like denial is real. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop talking about that. So this is my Morphe JH33. I'm just gonna use this to pack this color in the inner corner. And I'm just actually gonna take that all the way around the world. So anyways, I might add some different content to just kind of, the other thing is like, I have to edit so much of my personality out of my videos when I'm when I'm editing, I have to take all the talking out because like my videos were so long that nobody was watching them. And so since I cut out all my words, my viewer time has risen. And so that's great. Like I want to create videos that people want to watch from start to finish. And I still just want to do makeup. But also I'd like to be able to talk. Just some things that I've been thinking about moving forward. I'm just going to go in with my Zoeva 228 and I'm going to go into Vodkatini just and use that as a little tiny bit of a transition above this green just because it'll look better. And I'm going to go over the top of that gray with it too, so you can barely even see that gray. Now I'm going to do a cut crease, bitches. I'm gonna use this fatty pencil brush, the Zoeva 230, and I'm gonna dip into this. This is the Peaches and Cream. It's loose pigment in watermelon. And then I'm going to use my Morphe pencil brush, and I'm going into the color Electric from the Subculture palette. I'm just gonna go do the other eye and I'll probably edit it out, so unless I say something really fucking profound, which I doubt. This is gonna be the longest fucking video of all time. So I'm gonna take my NYX glitter primer and put it on my pencil brush, just a tiny little scoshy poo. And then I'm gonna dip into my Peaches and Cream pigment in She's All That. Pencil brush, Morphe, Jaclyn Hill. There. Just the tip. That. Oh, that's something fucking else. I'm gonna use my NYX olive, golden olive. That needs sharpening. Like my fucking wit. So this is the final look. I used my Rouge and Rogue lashes in Norella, and I used my Urban Decay Hi-Fi Shine lip gloss in, I believe this is the color Snitch. I don't think it matches this look perfectly, but fuck it, sometimes you just gotta choose joy. So what's the point? The point is, if you stop doing the things that take care of you, good luck avoiding racism in this country. And if you're an ex-junkie and you're addicted to makeup, I say if you find something you love more than needles, hold on to it with every fucking thing you have.